give you some water, if I give you that living water, you're going to be thirsty for God. And see, that's Jesus' job. That's all our job. To talk to someone and make them close, help them to get close to God. He said, you will be thirsty for God. But this water here that you filling up, the next few minutes you're going to be thirsty again. But once you get the kind of water that I'm trying to give you right now, you won't be thirsty. You will only be thirsty for God. Now, this water Jesus is giving, it's not a spring water. It's not a censer. This is a living water that gives life. And this life provide more water. Now later on, Jesus had made it clear that this water is the Holy Spirit. Now, God come to live in us, through the Holy Spirit. Now, the woman had said to him, sir, give me some of this water. All that talking Jesus doing. And she still don't understand what kind of water this is. So she said, give me some of that water. So that I won't have to keep on coming to this well. On filling this container with no water. So if that water, it don't make us thirsty again, give me some of that water. Give me some of that water. She had lack of knowledge of what Jesus is trying to get to her. So the woman mistaken, believing that if she received the water, for Jesus' offer, that she would not have to return to the well each day. Now, she was interested in Jesus' message, even though she had lack of knowledge, but she was listening. She was paying attention. She was listening, and now Jesus would change her life on the inside. Remember, Jesus was searching her heart while he was standing there. And Jesus about to change her life. Now, she done came to get some water, and her whole life about to be changed. From the inside, to empower her to deal with the problem from God's perspective. So he told her to go call your husband and come back. See, Jesus already knows she ain't got no husband. So Jesus told her, I need you to go home, and bring your husband back. So Jesus had to speak to a Samaritan woman who drawing water. Now Jesus knew she had many husbands, and confronted her to go and come back with her husband. So she said, I have no husband. She replied, and Jesus told her, you're right. You don't have no husband. And so Jesus revealed, that she had a husband. So the fact is that you had 5 husbands. He said, that's true. You don't have no husband, but the fact is, you done had 5 husbands. So in the man that you with now is not your husband. So you're right. You don't have a husband. So what you have just said is quite true. So Samaritan woman had been fully forgiven by Christ. Now he forgave her just at that moment. Sir, the woman said, I can see that you are a prophet. Anytime somebody can stand there by you, and tell you everything that was going on, then she turned around, I know you're a prophet. I know you're a prophet from God. I know you're a prophet from God. So no matter where Jesus traveled, he's still about fixing heart, a soul. Now, his job is all across the nation, but he discovered her heart, that she went through 5 husbands. That's why Jesus had said that she needed a spiritual thirst. So the woman recognized that Jesus is a prophet, after discovering that he knew all about her private life. She recognized, okay, Jesus knew everything about her, and she know he don't know her life, just by him searching her heart, he knew she done went through 5 husbands, and so she was looking at him stutter, so our ancestors, so what she did, she changed the story, Jesus asking her about her husband, and now she's changing the story. Our ancestors had worship on this mountain, but you Jews had claimed that the place where we must worship is in Jerusalem. Now she done jump on a whole nother subject. She done changed the subject now. Now she see that Jesus know everything, and now changing the subject. Now uncomfortable, and then starts talking about her ancestors. So the woman Jesus replied, "Believe me, a time is coming when you will worship the Father neither on this mountain nor in Jerusalem." Now she worrying about the Jerusalem. She worrying about the mountain that they supposed to be worshipped. And so Jesus telling her that sooner or later it's coming when you won't have to worry about the mountain. You don't have to worry about Jerusalem. None of that. You will have a temple, to worship in. So Jesus explained, that once his mission is complete, that worshiping will not be confined to any one place on earth. So you Samaritan worship what you do not know. So we worship what we do know. For salvation is from the Jews. So she said he letting her know from the Israelite. God had told them everything about the rules and everything they're supposed to. That's why Jesus had said the salvation is gonna come from Jews. And so Jesus had said the salvation is from the Jews, meaning only through the Jews Messiah will be the whole world. Because after he gonna be the king over Israel. When he coming soon. It's really the thing, he trying to do. He not going to be a king for so long, but he going to be the last king of the bloodline of David to sit on that throne. But yet a time is coming, has now come when a true worshiper will worship the Father in the spirit and the truth, for they are the kind of worship the Father seeks. So a lot of time, God seeks people that's broken. Just like Jesus. Jesus searched her heart. He saw all kind of stuff was going on. Jesus saved her life right there. Sometimes you could save people just by a conversation. Just by a conversation. And sometimes their life will be changed, and they'll go get a Bible and everything else. And they just start changing things. So the more we love him, the more we desire to worship him. The more we worship him, the more we desire to serve him. So our worship of him is mirrors the condition of our heart in the true worship. See, God and Jesus, they search your heart. They search your heart. They'll see if you're a good person. They'll see the mess up in you. They'll see if you're a bad person. They will search your heart. And God is a spirit. And his worshiper must worship in the spirit and in trust. So God is a spirit, meaning that he is not a physical being, limited to one place. He not limited to one place, that he is present everywhere. But God is a spirit. He not destination at one place. He everywhere. We don't know how he do it, but he everywhere. Just like he created the whole world, is everywhere. He's not present at one location. So the woman has said that I know that the Messiah, called Christ. She still don't know who she still don't know who's standing in front of her. She said that, but he coming. The Christ is coming. He coming to explain everything. So she know that the Messiah called Christ, is coming. When he come, he will explain everything to us. And she still don't know who is standing right in front of her. Now, all she knows is a little something. Because remember, she mixed with Israelite. She mixed with Samaritan woman. So she hear a little something, who she cool with, with some of the Israelite. So she hear things, but she still don't know who Jesus is. She said, "Oh yeah, I heard Christ is supposed to be coming. He's supposed to be coming, and when he come, he's supposed to explain everything to us. So they predict the Messiah is coming. to women. That like they did here. First from 2000 hit. Jesus is coming. Jesus is coming. You know, buying all the waters in the stores and there and everything. It's 2000. He said he coming back. But he had Pacific said what 2000. He was coming back. So then Jesus had declared, I'm the one is speaking to you. I am he. Now, she's talking to Christ. She said he's coming. He already done come. He's standing right in front of you. Standing right in front of you. She said he gonna explain everything. He just taught you something. But by standing at that well. He'd have taught you about that living water and everything else. So he been explaining stuff to you the whole time. So then Jesus declared, I am the one who you speaking to. This whole time she didn't know that Christ was standing right in front of her. So this woman had heard a little about Messiah. She heard a little about him, but she didn't realize that she was talking to him. That he is standing right in front of her. So Jesus revealed his identity, to the Samaritan woman as a long waiting Messiah. That here Jesus tell that he is not just another, but he is God, a permanent Messiah that had come to bring salvation. So we see that the Samaritan woman, she didn't know about the Spirit, the water of life. Because she said, give me some of that water. We see she had like a knowledge of everything. The water of Jesus. She didn't know who was standing right in front of her. She talking about, give me some of that water. I won't have to keep on coming back for water. And you got Christ supposed to be coming. And Christ standing right in front of her. So she thought it was drinking water. Now she spoke of Jesus had coming to explain everything. Jesus taught her everything. Jesus told her that you had 5 husbands, and it didn't dawn on you that maybe this is the Christ right here. So she said to Jesus, she said the Christ was coming to explain things to us that we didn't know. That Jesus was standing right in front of her. Jesus also revealed to her her private life. That should clicked on her right there. If somebody just up and tell you everything, I does it sometimes. I have to stop sometimes because a lot of people is not taking on that you have a gift. So I woke up and said I said yeah, he was trying to take all the stuff out of his nose and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that was the nurse had said, and then they had to look back again. Wait a minute, how did you know that? You was here in the middle of the night. How did you know that? And some people don't take it very well. So I had to stop, showing my gift to a lot of people and just pretend like I'm just a regular person, So, and that's how Jesus do. A lot of times Jesus fit in like a regular person a lot of time until there's a situation for him to help, and that's what I'm going to be doing real